Alright, what's going on everyone? My name is JX, and today we have a long-awaited video. This is going to be my breakdown of Marvel Realm of Champions final cutscene part 1 and 2. The game obviously shut down just 5 days ago. For the final time I played it, it was a very sad moment, man. I've actually really liked Marvel Realm of Champions. I didn't put too much content on the channel, just because of its faults. You know, it didn't kind of keep me playing all the time, so there really wasn't much stuff to stream, but I loved the customization. The customization was the coolest thing ever. I mean, look at my champions, right? Like, look at them, dude. They look so cool. I rock the Silver Warrior outfit because I love Silver Warrior. The Sorcerer Supreme, the Star-Lord almost for Forest Guardian. The just crazy Hulk because he had like some of the craziest outfits. Like, I never expected Hulk to look that way. Silver Centurion unmasked, right? Hey, you can see Silver Centurion's face. You didn't expect to see that, did you? Symbiote Spider-Man, my favorite Spider-Man. You know, obviously Pyramid. Like, Storm gotta rock the mcoc outfit, right, that we have in the game. And then obviously just Destroyer Thor, just looking like a complete amazing person. And then obviously the Wakandan warrior, I went with like the full like purple outfit because she's actually holding a celestial spear that the Maestro had, and also Sorcerer Supreme has a celestial weapon as well. Like, it's so cool, man. Like, I love the design. I love the art. The story is what kept me, and luckily I uploaded all that to my channel because the Marvel Realm Champions, actually, the YouTube channel, social media accounts, website, they're all taken down, so they're no longer out there, which sucks. But yeah, man, the end of the game, it's the end of the game, but a future, which you'll find out in this cutscene, baby. Let's break it down. All right, so first off, it's going to be following one main character throughout the entire part 1 and 2 cutscene. That's Anathi. If you have not been paying attention to Realm, basically she's had these Realm of the March videos. She's a reporter from Wakanda that is basically telling you what's new in the game from these videos, but also giving you evidence on who killed the Maestro, right, and why someone would kill the Maestro. Hey, maybe the Patriot Garrison did. Okay, well, if they did, this is why, right? And here's the evidence to support that, which kind of seemed pretty interesting. I'll say in a little bit, but obviously I'm gonna cut through part 1 really fast. There's not too much that I haven't really talked about before or even uploaded to the channel, but basically it's gonna start off with her in in Maestro's throne room, basically trying to find new evidence, and this is obviously his throne. A lot of people, a lot of stuff, a lot of weapons, like a lot of random weapons, which we'll talk about. All right, so first off, obviously lift a green shout. Who killed the Maestro? We're gonna finally find out who did it. All right, Anathi is basically, like I said, she's in this throne room trying to looking around, saying, hey, maybe I need to look at things a little differently, right? Maybe I've been looking at one person when maybe it was more. And then the Barons show up, the 8 Barons, not including King Groot, because at the time he can't really move away from his forest, right? But yeah, these are the 8 Barons of the Realm of Champions, and they show up. Basically, they're like, hey, we're here to protect you. She's like, it's obvious that you guys killed them because there was so much evidence. And Strange Supreme is like, okay, I'm going to show you, because you don't have it correctly. Like, we did, but we also didn't, right? So he's showing her, and they're in like this astral form. The Maestro can't see them. And it looks pretty cool. The Maestro in his full golden ISO plated armor, which is from the Con Champion, it's just not gold plated. And he's obviously with gray skin because he's been around for, I think it was like hundreds of years, is what Marvel Realm Champions, the website, used to say. He's a lot older here than he is in the contest because it's been a long time since we banished him here from contests, and time moves differently. But anyways, he actually suits up with his crown, his helmet from the original Maestro comics, which I think is so cool. Here's even a new image since the Maestro just came back recently in the comics, so I'm pretty cool that they have like another nod to Maestro's classic outfit. Where if you had overs here in the contest, which with a ton of Easter eggs, I loved it. And in the Barons stand no chance. The Maestro just kicks their asses, man. Oh my goodness. And like the Strange Supreme is like, dude, there's no way. So he's gonna summon a multiversal army of 8,000 warriors from across the fractured multiverse that is Battle World. I mean, oh my goodness, man, look at this. Like, so many cool characters. This is where actually part 1 ends, right? Like a huge cliffhanger, right? You're like, part 1, who's killed the Maestro, and then you just see 8,000 champions just be summoned to kill one person. Like, that's just insane to me. I mean, like, there's so much Easter egg. Cap Sam Wilson, classic Black Panther, Goddess Storm, that might even be Asgardian Storm, right? So you see Iron Spider-Gwen, right? Like, you see a lot of these characters are just multiversal amalgamations of these our beloved characters, or even customizable characters, right? Since we can play Captain America, we can play Thor. It's almost like these are our characters that we customized. But a few of them, like Ricochet in the top left and Jane Foster, I mean, it's, it's the multiverse, right? Like, they can literally be any version. But yeah, man, part one, right? Like, isn't that crazy? All right, part two. Now this is gonna be the most of it. I think I have like 20 screenshots, so we're gonna just go through it and try to explain as much as I can. It's insane, right? So drop the black curtain, battle world, a patchwork planet made of fragments of universes, an unstable jewel wrapped around a planetary. So yeah, obviously, if you don't know, battle world was actually created when the dying celestial kind of like crashed into it. It seemed like he crashed into it, and like that's where the center of the battle realm started. And we kind of found out in almost last year with the Marvel Realm Champions crossover is that the Chrono Serpent got trapped when that happened. It seemed like he existed here before, and when this dying celestial died and birthed the battle realm, it formed over him. Like, this was his space, and then the battle realm's birth right there, and it traps him. And he's kind of been trapped there ever since. We've seen that in the Adventures Forever event quest. We've seen that in Act 6. I mean, it's pretty crazy. But yeah, this looks like this is it. So, all right. Anyways, Fate of the Realm of Champions, right? This is the final cutscene. And basically, what happens here? Obviously, we just saw Strange Supreme. He summons these characters, but then it looks like reality is just fracturing on itself, which is really crazy. And then dude, like, look at this. I mean, those characters that we just saw from these fractured mirrors things just come in and just are one big assault against the Maestro, and even like a glass hits him. Like, that's crazy, because I think that was like tangible. Like, this is so from like What If, right? Like, this is so cool. And yeah, man, this is crazy. So basically, Strange Supreme is saying, like, there's no way the Maestro, because he's not even dead yet. Like, he's not even dead. He's surviving 8,000 multiversal attacks at once, and the dude's not even, like, dying. He's just continuing to live. And it looks like he's just a puppet. Like he's like, there's no way Maestro can survive this. And then, boom! Like, what? A Punisher shows up and is, like, kills the Maestro. So the Maestro is dead, which is crazy, right? The Punisher, maybe the classic Punisher that disappeared, like, it was literally been in one event quest in the contest and disappeared and has been gone for years. Is this the Punisher, the classic Punisher that we get from the arena crystals? Like, that's crazy, man. Yeah, it looks like man, that's crazy. So he's talking about, like, basically it tested us. It tested us, and we passed the test. If we could defeat the ruler of Battle World, and yeah, man, it even sees Anafi, who's viewing the past, but this creature sees her viewing the past in present time. I don't even know if I can comprehend that, because that doesn't even make sense on a quantum level, right? Because, like, the past is the past, you can't change the past, but he's changing the past. He sees her, like, that is insane. And he grabs her and takes her to this figure, and is that the Chrono Serpent? Like, come on, oh my goodness, it's the Chrono Serpent. Yeah, man, I could sit here and talk about the Chrono Serpent for like an hour, but obviously, like I said earlier, the Chrono Serpent is this character who's been teased in the contest for a very long time, years, almost even longer than Galactus. And it's been crazy because he's like the longest teased character, because he literally was in the first trailer when Contest Champions came out in 2014, the New York Comic Con trailer. The Chrono Serpent is in that trailer. Like, that's how long this character has been teased, since the very beginning of the game. Like, that's just insane. So yeah, this character, like, yeah, I wrote a whole article on him, the Chrono Serpent. So if you want to read it, I wrote it. It might not be the best writing, but hey, man, I'm a huge lore person. I love the Chrono Serpent. I love talking about it. You can check out this article. I'll put it in the description. But yeah, the Chrono Serpent is in Marvel Realm of Champions and has, like, this crazy army behind him, and first off, is talking very weirdly, which I don't quite understand. But yeah, man, this is crazy. So Anafi is just in front of this head of the Chrono Serpent, which we found out, and basically she's saying she's got to buy some others time, because the Chrono Serpent is probably the most powerful entity of all time, right? And King T'Challa shows up, which I'm guessing is from our game, the Contest Champions, because guess what he gives her? The Infinity Claw that he got from defeating Killmonger in the Black Panther event from the contest, because Killmonger had the Infinity Claw, which he used. He got rid of Killmonger, took the claw, used it against Thanos, and then disappeared, and he's been gone. And now that's where he's been. He's been in this fractured reality, and she gets it and uses it against the Chrono Serpent, which is insane because it looks amazing. And it looks like she buys them time. Oh my goodness, there's so much like background characters and everything. It just looks so cool. But obviously Shuri picks her up, and then he's still going on like, I am, you're not, because he can only speak in it's almost like, like a speech pattern, right? Where it's almost like it's incomplete. He can't finish a sentence because we all know that the Chrono Serpent is fractured in many different pieces. We've seen one, like I said, in Act 6. We've seen maybe another in the Avengers Forever quest. We've seen now this is the head of it. What are other pieces of it? Like, it's pretty interesting because he can't finish sentences. It's pretty cool. And boom, out of nowhere, my guy, another Strange, this time with, what is that? 6 Eyes of Agamotto? And summons Galactus because because he's the balance, apparently. And in like the battle was like, we gotta go because Galactus versus the Chrono Serpent, ain't nobody gonna survive that. And boom, it says, it's too late, Predator. Time has run out. The Chrono Serpent is awake. Which we kind of got in the contest as well, right? When Mr. Fantastic showed up and told us he's awake. And man, Galactus looks insane, dude. We already know Galactus in the contest. Now Galactus is here, which this takes place in the past because before obviously Sorcerer Supreme and Pyramid X came to the game, Maestro had been killed. But because of this time thing, I don't even know when this takes place. Like, this is insane. And if he said, maybe they said, because it's so weird now because, oh my goodness, this is so weird. It seems like time is so convoluted right now with how everything is. But it looks like they're just leaving Battleworld, which is crazy. And even the Panther, the Infinity Claw, is like burnt and infused into her hand, just like we saw in obviously the MCU when Thanos used the gauntlet. And they're obviously they're leaving in Tony Stark's I forgot what it's called. It's from the comics, but he has like this celestial-sized Iron Man armor that was like his version of a celestial. It's insane. But that's how they're leaving the contest. And they're basically, she's like, hey, Battle Rolls, I'm here. Sorry for the dead air, but I think you can understand because, hey, the Chrono Serpent, it's like this parasite. It's using planets to grow. It takes these native beings, like I'm guessing that Punisher and the Maestro, and uses them to kind of cultivate the planet so we can become more powerful. And boom, like, do we see this huge clash of the Chrono Serpent with the Galactus, the World Devourer, the big guy with the giant horde helmet, the Force Universal Scales, because if the Chrono Serpent is using planets to become more powerful, well, Galactus doesn't really become more powerful, but he's like this, it's almost like inevitability because he has to, if the universe is constantly creating life, well, he's got to destroy it to make that balance, right? Always day, always night, right? You have to have balance. So this seems like this is a perfect clash. But they were right on Battleworld, so yeah, she's saying like Battleworld and its inhabitants, hopefully they're all gone because they're leaving this planet. You can see all like the Wakandan ship. You can see the Maestro, one of the ship. You've probably seen Asgardian ship, Fantastic Four ship, maybe the Fantastic Car from the Ultimate Universe. Because there were plenty of characters in Marvel Realm Champions. Like there was like the Maker from the Ultimate Universe. There were so like dinosaur, like the Devil Dinosaur, Moon Girl, like there were so many characters from Marvel Realm Champions, and it's sad it's gone, but hopefully they're coming to the contest. She's saying, so here it is, the Battle Worlds, the end, the end of one story. This is just the end of one story. Marvel Realm Champion story is over. This is the end. But she's, we're gonna miss this place, right? It's almost like it's not even like she's talking. It's all like Kabam talking because they're like, man, they miss this place. Like they've worked on this game for years, and the patchwork of realities, the mutant robots, spider people, wizards, mutants, robots, spider people, had great coffee apparently, which is pretty funny. Beautiful patchwork. Whoever you are, wherever you are, hope you manage to get out in time. Keep safe until then. Nathi out, and then it ends. It says the end in Wakandan. Yeah, man, that is crazy, dude. Like what? finale of a video game to end in such a crazy way, such an important way for us, for the contest champions, right? You know, the Maestro's death. Ever since New York Comic Con, we find out, we were like, who killed him? We even asked, someone even asked, like, who killed him? Was it the Punisher? It gave us like, no, it has to do with it, but no, it was the Chrono Serpent. Or maybe it's just, oh my goodness, the Chrono Serpent. I kind of expected it, because it seemed like, obviously with last year's event with the Marvel Realm Champions crossover, it seems like that strange, the strange Supreme had known about the Chrono Serpent. So now it kind of looked like it looked like they were like trying to, they didn't know that much about Con Champions, and all the Barons were sending their champions to contests, and now we know why, so they can scout out the Battle Realm, and now we know it's so they can leave the Battle Realm, the Battle World, and go to Battle Realm. Like, that's just insane. Like, the whole story kind of collided at the end, and now it's like going into the contest, which I love, man. This is so cool. I'm so excited for the Contest Champions. Yeah, oh my goodness, man. Galactus is in the game. Chrono Serpent has been teased more. It's gonna be such a fun, wild ride. What happens next? Anyways, I want to thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. I love Marvel Realm Champions. I'm very eager for the future. And yeah, man, thank you guys again. I seriously appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.